Welcome back to more Pikmin 2. Last time, we finished the second row of challenges, so this time, we're continuing to work on the third row, starting with the Dweevil Nest. We have a ton of Dweevils to fight. Potentially. We might be able to avoid some of them. I think this one is kind of unavoidable, to be honest. And also we have this Caustic Dweevil over here with the key. The key isn't actually inside any enemies, but is definitely being... it will definitely get in the way, so let's actually distract it at the very least. We have every element here. Which is good, but no purple Pikmin, probably because that would make things too easy. Actually, it looks like this Dweevil is the only one that will also get in the way, unless it carries it too far towards the other areas. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. Also, by the way, I wanted to quickly mention, if you're wondering why we're going right to left with row 3, I remembered one of the challenges actually being very difficult, and it's definitely, I definitely want to get it out of the way sooner than later. Alright, that was another fairly quick and painless challenge. By comparison, I think the collector's room is going to be a lot more challenging. We only have 40 seconds, and we have to fight a red Bulborb with white Pikmin, which is definitely easier said than done, because these are like the least suited for fighting. Luckily, we got through that no problem, but again, we have like no time, so let's hustle the key back. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. So yeah, we have no time to waste here. Next up, we have an orange Bulborb. I'm not going to take any chances, and I'm going to use a bitter spray on this, because comparatively, they're a lot more fierce. And I can definitely use some nectar, so it's definitely worth it to use sprays on certain enemies just to get some nectar, because we definitely want flowers to carry everything back. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. Also, completing the previous floor didn't give us much time back, so we are still in a rush. You know, I actually have a very specific complaint with the Wii version, and that I actually, because of having to hold a Wii remote and nunchuck, it's way harder to button mash, which definitely makes things like this a lot scarier. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to use that spray, but I wasn't able to toss Pikmin fast enough to throw it off balance. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. The nectar also landed on this ledge, so I can't even get more flower Pikmin. So on this floor we have a hairy Bulborb. I'm going to try to fight this without a spray. I might regret this, but we'll see how this goes. I'm actually having to reposition how I'm holding the Wii remote to try to throw the Pikmin faster, because last time was not fast enough, and we're out of bitter spray, so we need to be very cautious for the rest of this. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. And luckily, that's right over here. So we have 3 more sub-levels to get through, and we have 3 spicy sprays, so let's use them. In actuality, I should have definitely planned better. I should have saved the bitter spray and used a spicy spray earlier. That would have definitely helped. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. Wow, this is actually really unfortunate with the orange Bulborb facing us, so I'm actually going to intentionally wake it up and then retreat and hope that it basically moves to a more favorable spot. If it's facing away from us, that obviously gives us a slight edge in the battle, because if it's facing us, obviously it has even we have less time to throw a Pikmin, because if we're behind it, it at least has to take all the time to turn around, which definitely gives us a bit of a head start, like so. With the bitter spray, or the spicy spray, that was enough to get through that fight, no problem, which is good, again, because we're out of bitter spray. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. And that is right over here. I really regret using the bitter spray, because now we have to fight a Gatling Groink with white Pikmin, which isn't the most convenient thing. Actually, that wasn't awful. Luckily, we didn't lose any Pikmin somehow. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. I'll be honest, I was really worried about this particular challenge, but we got through it without too much trouble. We had a couple of really close calls, but we made it. I like how we got 7,000 points just from all of the keys we had to collect. So, next up is the concrete maze. So this is my second attempt at this particular cavern. This one's really fascinating. It's kind of like a race against the clock. We have a very limited amount of time to find the key, but there's like no other treasures. It's actually rather interesting that we ended up getting both of the white Pikmin like challenges back to back in terms of how they're like set up. Like going from right to left, we ended up having both, and both I feel like are pretty challenging for different reasons. Obviously, fighting with white Pikmin in the previous challenge is very stressful, but here we are basically on a very on yet another very strict time limit to get the key and make it to the next floor. But this time there's no other treasures around. A hole that continues deeper underground is opened, journey deeper for more treasures. In general, I feel like I've been having really good luck with the next entrance appearing right by the landing site. This is the sub-level where I had to reset, because we have more things to worry about than just time. Even then, we want to very quickly make our way through here because we have volatile dweevils, because even though this is a very stressful floor, clearly someone thought this isn't stressful enough. At least it feels like, compared to my first attempt, assuming no more dweevils fall from the ceiling, which they probably will, we have a fairly straight shot back to the landing site. So yeah, compared to the previous run, where I had a really hard time even locating the key, this is in a much better spot. We only have 2 white Pikmin. I do recommend, because of experience with this now, I do recommend actually, like, yeah, leaving the key, because I don't think that 2 white Pikmin will be fast enough to carry it back without losing any. Or maybe I just got really bad luck last time, that's also an option. Also, if you lose all your Pikmin, you automatically lose. You have to restart the challenge. But yeah, in this case, it's actually really hard to not get a perfect because you only have 2 Pikmin to lose. Therefore, you're either getting through this with a pink flower or not at all. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. Once again, luckily it's not too far away, but we still have to worry about that, obviously. Also, these walls are like extremely weak, obviously, because you have 2 white Pikmin. Obviously, they can't put like a full strength wall here, otherwise you'd never complete this. So let's make a beeline over here as many Dweevils fall. For our final floor, we have Ivory, or not Ivory, Queen Candy Pop Buds, but to be honest, I'm not going to worry about the treasures, so I'm simply going to use them after carrying this back, partly because I do feel like we need more Pikmin at least to break open the geyser, but carrying it back, the white Pikmin are more than capable of doing so. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. I wonder how long it would actually take to chip away at that geyser with just white Pikmin. I feel like it would take a very long time, especially only 2. So yeah. Even if you're not concerned about carrying back treasure, I still recommend using the Queen Candy Pop buds just because it will speed up breaking open the exit. Also, it will give you a slight score bump because you will have 180 points instead of 20 points from the amount of Pikmin you have. So yeah, another very interesting cavern. Like, the first, 2 floors are like, you have to speed run through it, and then you can actually start collecting treasure more traditionally on the 3rd floor after using the Queen Candy Pop Buds. But you also get no sprays for this too, which also makes it a little bit intimidating. Once again, most of our score for that cavern was keys. The next challenge is 5 floors, so I think I'll skip ahead to the snack pit. Alright, so we have to fight bread bugs for treasure. I'm moving this away from its nest to make it easier to actually, latch Pikmin onto it, and then I'm going to quickly swarm Pikmin onto it to carry it. I guess that wasn't enough Pikmin somehow. So with most of the treasures gone, I guess our best method is actually the old-fashioned way, which is by using, actually, the purple Pikmin should be strong enough. I'm not sure why that didn't work. Actually, I think I know why. It's because not enough Pikmin are actually able to latch onto it. I think that's actually the problem. So yeah, this actually is going pretty poorly so far, because we weren't able to defeat the giant bread bug very quickly, just because of having trouble latching Pikmin onto it. So we might actually be better off fighting it like this. Again, this does take a bit, and we only have, 2 minutes left. But again, I was having a really hard time fighting the bread bugs the other way. The other option is to obviously defeat the bread bugs and use those to carry back to the ship. So yeah, that's also an option. By the way, I think I did talk about this, but when you use the research pod method on a regular bread bug, they will have a literal sliver of health. If you use it on a giant bread bug, they will basically lose half health. So yeah, if we actually were able to pull off carrying something back now, we would be fine. But again, I'm not entirely sure why it wouldn't work before, because I seriously think I should have had enough Pikmin to have carried it back, especially with the purple Pikmin. So yeah, I'm genuinely kind of confused about why that happened. So we'll have the purple Pikmin carry this back for safety, and then just leave everything else and get ready to head towards the exit. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. So yeah, we definitely had a couple close calls. We almost lost Pikmin from the bread bugs, which I've never seen that happen before. My only assumption could be that for some reason, like, Pikmin weren't, like, properly latched on, so technically they were still, like, the numbers were off. But again, I'm really not sure, because it should have worked, I'm pretty sure. Either way, that takes care of another cavern. Alright, so, next time we'll, finally finish up the Cryptic Cavern, and then work on the, fourth row. We're already exactly halfway through the challenges, so far so good, other than a couple mishaps here or there. But yeah, it should be interesting to see what happens next. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Pikmin 2.